Part two, since part one like completely cut us off. So who's out there with me? That's okay, because you know what? That was the cliffhanger, right? I brought you up to speed. On this video, I'm going to show you guys how to make Miss Petunia Monkey act up and be all crazy. And if you love shabby and distress, she is a fun monkey to play with. All right, so if you love Chippy, this is a very fun paint line. And we just had added 10 new colors. So we have 30 milk paint colors in total. And you can also customize your colors by mixing up your dried paint pigment in your bags to form other colors. So how fun is that, right? Like add white to some blue and get a baby blue if you really want it. Hey, Linda, long time no see. Thanks for jumping back on here, guys, to hang out with us for a little bit. So this is day 3 of our milk paint makeovers. I'm glad you like it, Daphne. So I was talking a little bit earlier before our feed got interrupted that, you know, if you love the shabby chippy look, you can have a lot of fun with this, right? So what I did on here was I put Monkey Shine down. I did not buff it off, and I went ahead and I brushed over my milk paint on top of it and let it air dry. I let it dry last night overnight. Do you guys remember the gray that we painted right here on the stool? Well, yeah, and I told you I'd find anything. I will not leave some paint in my bowl. Well, I went ahead and decided to do a chippy look on here. What are you laughing at over there?
Trying to find a new stream.
You can't find me? We're in the same room. Come on now. Sandy says, I thought I lost you. Girl, I lost you too.
I lost myself.
Yeah, YouTube's just being wonky. I have no idea why it keeps cutting off like that. Yeah, it just might be the platform having some issues. So hopefully, fingers crossed. Matt was just saying, we should ask you guys to do like a dance or something, okay? Wrap yourselves in foil wrap and help us out, all right?
Turn 3 times to the right.
Yeah, do the hokey pokey, turn yourself around, you know, all that good stuff. So anyway, this is like the really, really super chippy, all right? Remember, if you don't buff off your Monkey Shine and then you put your milk paint mixture mixed up over the top of it, you're gonna get a lot of chippies, okay? So if you want a lot of chippies on the floor and it falling off your piece, then this is what you would do, okay? So this, and then it would just flake right off and just leave me with a little bit. So this color is Mocha Madness on the bottom. A lot of times you guys will ask, how do we get a chippy look over an existing paint finish? So this is what I thought we would talk about tonight. So this was Mocha Madness, Monkey Shined, not buffed off. I added some extra from the last time you saw me work on this piece and then painted over it, okay? Now I'm gonna show you tonight, because I'm not gonna go that chippy with this piece here that I have beside me, but I was sharing with you guys that this is a piece that has not been sealed, and it's just been kind of like knocking around my garage. I was sharing with you guys a paint tutorial on how to use Junk Monkey in your sprayer. And this is what's left over, some of the crazy eyes that matches the rest of my furniture that's around this place, like this little piece over here. And then one night we were painting and I was using some mermaid tail and I put it on the top. So now I've got a teal and an orange table, but it really never got finished. So I thought this is a great piece to work on. So earlier I did this strip right here before I came on live so I could show you what I mean. So you can go super, super chippy, right? Or you could also get a really cool look like this. So I'm gonna show you how to control it. And what I was really thinking was, with the fact that this table already has colors onto it, it would be cool to do a look like this. We're gonna use our lemonade, which is this beautiful yellow, beautiful light yellow milk paint color. And I was thinking that, you know, with the orange, with the green teal, and with the yellow, those colors would go really cool. So my whole idea is to get this look all over, and then where Miss Petunia is acting up, I will see the teal come through and the crazy eyes come through as well. So this is Mermaid Tail. Mermaid Tail leans towards the green. It has blues in it as well. But just to let you know that Teal River stays to the blue side in the teal world. And then we have the Mermaid Tail that leans towards the green, right? Oh, you like what I'm doing tonight? Cool. I can't wait to work on this surface right here. I'll do the legs part first, and then we'll do this big surface. And that's where you'll really see it.
Somebody asked on the last broadcast what was for dinner tonight. Donuts. That's what was for dinner tonight.
That's what you guys had, huh? You had donuts today. We were talking about donuts last night, see? I'm gonna just do a 1/4 cup right here of the lemonade. This is what the milk paint comes to you guys like that in a bag. It's enough to do a standard sized piece of furniture, like a big piece of furniture, or a couple multiple smaller pieces. So keep that in mind. Just do equal parts and do room temperature. So this is, actually I think I might have just threw a little bit more than my paint pigment in there, but that's okay. Because remember, if you ever want to thicken it up, you can add more paint pigment. If you ever want to thin it out, you can add more water. And now we just stir it up. Do you see my little whisk over there? My whisker?
I don't think you should whisk it.
My whisker?
Aha!
You found it? Oh, good.
No.
So what you guys get into today? Gayleen's eating lollipops and sweets to keep warm. I like that. That's a good plan.
It's funny. It's warm here.
Yeah, it is warm here.
Actually, we just went up 74 in the house.
Did it?
Here, yeah.
Really?
But the funny thing is every once in a while you get weird smells in this house.
Yeah? Do you
I
think
just
so?
walked into the living room and
What do you smell? Like a
old
cigar
fire.
type thing?
No, old fire. Like
Really?
Like the campfire that's been put out. You know, like wet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Our fireplace has been a gas fireplace for how many years?
I have
You know?
no idea.
Every once in a while you walk in, you get that smell, right?
Yep.
Or you hit something too hard and you get a face full of coal dust. That's always fun. Too.
Hey, did you find my whisk?
I did not.
It will really help me whisk it up.
I
So
don't
what did you
think
guys get
should
into
whisk
today?
it.
Why?
That's risky.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yes.
Got your hair color done today. So you feel like a whole new woman, Rebecca. I have to tell you that we actually did a drive today, this afternoon. We got up, did a lot of work, and then we squeezed a lot into our day. We went to Ohio, which is one state over. I'm coming to you guys live from Pennsylvania by Lake Erie. And it's amazing how when you travel from one state to another,
How different things are.
yes, exactly. It just felt like a little bit of a different kind of world, right? You finished our chicken tractor. Your chicken tractor. What is a chicken tractor?
Tractor for chickens.
All right, I need to get my whisker because it'll be faster.
I don't know.
Here, you keep stirring right here. Just keep stirring so they can see. Look at this beautiful. You guys picked a good name for it. Lemonade, right?
Lemonade.
Yeah. There you go, Mr. Hand. You just keep doing that.
Mr. Hand, yeah. I don't know. People might not remember Mr. Hand. That was very, very early on. What? Home Talk, Mr. Hand, remember?
You were Mr. Hand?
On Home Talk.
That's
yeah.
all people saw?
It was Hand.
Thank
yeah.
you. Right
What
here.
was that hiding?
Bring it on the table.
I
told you,
I
it's not
don't-
lost
I don't
until your
believe
wife
you.
can't find it, all right?
No, your wife hides things to make you look bad in front of a whole bunch of people.
And then she goes and finds it, right? That color is delicious. I agree, Patty. We actually called our paint. You will have
Good
heard
job,
us
Galen.
refer to it as the milkshake paint. And the reason why is honestly, it kind of takes on the look of a milkshake once you get it stirred up. And remember, in the first couple minutes, it really will thicken up. You got baby chickens. She got baby chickens. I love the baby chickens. I never knew anybody who had chickens
This
growing up.
weekend's Memorial Day. Everybody's getting out and planting flowers for their loved ones and things like that.
Daphne says she and her hubby's been building some outdoor benches. All right, so I'm gonna leave this over here. I've been stirring it up, as you can tell. If you have a whisk, that's good because it'll get rid of all the little pieces. It's like when you're trying to whisk up corn starch and water, right? You know how Matt always tells me this, stir well, right?
It's whiskey business.
Is
Bam!
you like
I
that
am
one,
on
huh?
fire tonight.
All right, I just want to get this stirred up,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna start. All right, let me see
Hey,
here. Good deal. So there's your paint, right? Just like that. Now, if I want to thicken this up, which I might, do you want to add me in just a little bit of lemonade? Just like a teeny tiny, like a quarter size. I put a little bit more water in there. I saw it when I filled it up. Just try to do equal and then get your right amount right there.
Where's
All
the
right.
spoon?
Okay, let me see my spoon. Let me just use the back of my paintbrush because
Oh, look at you. You're like freaking advanced and stuff. Hubby took
on
my
now.
buck monkey paint area to redo tables. Who is Buck Monkey and should I go after them?
That's like sometimes my autocorrect comes on because I type the word junk monkey a lot, but it wants to say hunk monkey.
Well, that's me.
Babe, you are the hunk monkey. You put the hunk in hunk monkey. Oh my gosh, we might be tired and it might be late. We
I
might be
think we're
crazy.
gonna have to copyright that Buck Monkey.
Right. All right, so there we go. Beautiful, beautiful lemonade. Oh, so soft. So remember, if you have porous pieces, use this just like any other paint. It'll stick right on, right? In this case here, if I put it on here, it would stick right on because this is just painted with our other line of paint, and it's a porous paint. and therefore Miss Petunia will stick on. But we don't want her to stick on, right? We want her to do something really cool. So I'm gonna show you how I can get this sort of look over the top of it. So you can do all over, you can do parts, whatever you want, right?
I
So
need to grab my water.
you're what? Oh, there's one there behind me if you want it. This is our new wax brushes.
How small of a
Nice
space
chunky
can I fit
wax
through?
brush. They can see your toes. Your lovely toes. Your footsies. All right, so can you guys see this? I don't think you can. Let me put it a little bit further right here. I might have to bend you down a little bit. You worked today on your vintage white cabinet. Very nice. All right, so let's go
I'm
ahead.
getting some my quality Ice Mountain 100% natural spring water
Spring water.
from Ohio.
All right, so now we're sealing. Do you see the difference when you seal? Can you see that beautiful, just, you know, it almost makes me want to like even keep it like this here because I do love just a nice vivid orange. But I'm gonna go all over it here. We'll work on this side first. And remember that wherever you put the monkey shine, Miss Petunia is gonna act up. So you can be strategic. Like if I only want her to get crackle on the corners, add her on the corners, right? Add the monkey shine on the corners before you add
How
her.
much are y'all's wax brushes?
Let's see here.
They're 22, right?
Yep, they'll be coming back hopefully over the next 24 hours. Yeah, Daphne, you'll love
I got
it.
naked feet. Linda. In my house, I'm on.
I just
more
got
my
my
feet
socks on
that's
tonight.
Naked.
So I'm gonna go ahead now and buff off some monkey shine. Remember, the more that's on there, the more she acts up. All right, and because our monkey shine is a wax and oil finish, this is honestly what gets her going, all right? It is like the sugar to her rush. You know what I'm saying? All right, now where is my paintbrush? Did I put it up there? Do you want to throw it? Well, look, as early as tomorrow it might be back. We're just waiting for the shipment to arrive. It might be here tomorrow morning, which would be really nice. It takes about 6 weeks for us to get the brushes built here in the good old US of A.
Yes.
They're quality brushes and
Yes.
they're made here in the country, okay? So, yeah, so families work on them and build them for us, and then we get them. And when we do, we'll put them up on the website. So tomorrow is the next launch, all right?
Linda.
Ooh.
She's snorting laughing.
See how nice this really whipped up? We love it. All right. So what I did was, you saw me put the monkey shine on, buff it off. The more that you leave on without buff, the more you're going to get act up, right?
See, Alvia just found out.
And now, boy, this brush is like, it has a lot to say in a lot of directions. Let's see here. So now let's go ahead and slide that over. And here's the thing. Like immediately, do you see that look starting to happen? Right there, just like that. All right, it'll start to pull apart. Woe is me. Look at that leg already. Oh, I'm gonna love this because it's gonna have like the blue and the teal green blue showing through. But if I don't want too much of that happening, make sure you control it so that you don't get too much chippiness and she gets all crazy to the point that you don't even, your chip's gonna fall off, right? Isn't there a saying about your chips falling where they may?
Let the chips fall where they
Yeah.
may.
So I brush it over just a couple times like that, and then watch the magic happen. Boom! Look at that cool look we got
It's
going on there.
sorcery!
It is pretty fun! All right. Again, if we want to slow her down a little bit, we just make sure we take the time to buff it off, all right? So if she falls on the ground, you're going to know that you need to buff off a little more of your monkey shine. I can't wait to do the top because you guys are really going to see the top.
And look how
in
fast
action.
this is.
I know, right? Don't you love that? So pretty. So remember, if you only want this to do this sort of like really shabba stress look in one area, just put it in one area. You can get all, designy with it. Designy. Is that a word? Designy. We're going to have that one. All right. I'm not going to put too much on here, but let's see here. Get on the back.
The wind is blowing the right way. It smells that way in the library.
It smells old.
Yes. Old and burny woody.
Isn't that weird how sometimes we get the smell of like aftershave or, you know, this
Yeah.
place has a lot of wood. You guys know I keep saying wood is porous.
You get like cigars.
And it holds a lot of stuff. Yeah, a lot of mystery, right? You never know if the walls could talk. Well, sometimes.
There's a gun hidden somewhere in these walls.
Yeah, the plumber told us that.
Yeah, he said he put the gun back, so we'll have to see whenever we get all the pipes read.
Yeah, right.
Somehow I don't believe when they
Isn't
put
that
it back.
insane? Look
What
how-
is the difference
You see
between using the monkey shine
Mhm.
or the hippie juice? Chippy hippie?
Because remember, like I said, with this stuff you can control it. So I'm letting it go full on a little bit here. But if I don't, I get more of a very, like, it doesn't actually fall off. It just more separates. All right?
Chippy
Because it's
hippie.
got wax with it.
Chippy hippie is almost like a repelled look, right? It's like really extreme.
Exactly. Yep. I
Yeah.
would agree with that.
It like goes like, you know, basically, if anybody has like, you know, your ex from high school that you really didn't like after high school, and he keeps trying to hang around, just imagine like you're stuck in the same house and trying to get away from him. That's kind of like the chippy hippie versus the monkey shot.
I would definitely say that because it's made differently. Yep.
Yeah. So, okay.
All right, let's go. What did I do with my monkey shine? I covered it with my rag. So, Chippy Hippie is not going to give you this, all
I
right?
was thinking about
Chippy
that.
Hippie is definitely not going to give you big flaking. The more the monkey shine you put on, the bigger the flakes you will get. So it's just a different sort of look. What were you going to say?
Linda remembers when all the paint fell off the table that one.
Oh, yeah, the shiny one that we did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ate everything. fell
See,
off.
it was memorable. You guys learned from that,
I
right?
still talk about that.
Oh yeah, that was funny. Literally, by the time I got around to the other side of the table, everything was on the floor.
Wow! It's like magic.
Then we had the extra bond to stick Miss Petunia's butt down, and it stayed
Then it
on.
was fine.
And then we sold it and went on to a happy home. I think we put a little crow thing on it, didn't we? Little like blackbird on it.
Well, the same thing happened with the sunflower table a little bit. Remember?
The chippy? Yeah, anytime you use the milk paint. Absolutely. This is fun. So for example, all right, you can't even see that, can you? Let me see. Can we turn that down a little bit more?
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, this is, remember I used this little container to make my gray last night for this little stand? This was so shiny and non-porous that this morning when I came down, it just dried. So those of you who asked, do you have to use a heat gun to activate it? No, you just go overnight and you come in the morning and everything is just like flaking and chipping off. So these are all the chips from the paint that was in here that I was in the canister. I'm just trying to think how they can say, should I just pull this? Would that be better? Yeah, would that be better? So,
Here, let me turn a little bit this way. Tell me if I can't see.
so I can do a little bit of, for example, I can decide to just go full on dry brush and then find other places that I want to make that look,
Yeah,
right?
the red and yellow one.
Yeah, you remember that one? Were you thinking, what in the world
Oh,
is she
I
gonna
was
do
like-
with this piece?
I was like, this is it. This is the end of the business. She finally did it. She broke it.
Literally, Miss Petunia.
You soiled it. You soiled it.
And we saved it.
You soiled it.
I'm just going to distress a little bit there. I think it'd be fun to have a couple different sort of looks to it. Now we're getting into our designing.
Yeah,
That's kind of cool, right? A little bit of half and half. What do you think going on right
Make
there?
sure you get that drip on the side.
Which one you see now?
That big giant.
This right
one.
here?
No.
Where?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that one.
I should make you come over.
Are you gonna do the top?
Yes, that's the part I'm waiting for.
Guys, you should really do the top.
So remember, the more you put on, the flakier she
Thank you.
gets. All right, so I'm half tempted. So like I say, when you put the monkey shine on and you buff it off, you'll get more of this sort of look right here, okay? But the more, when you put monkey shine on and you don't buff it off, you get larger, giant flakes.
And Leon's
All right.
getting larger.
All right. What do you think? Should we go for flakes? I almost feel like I should go flakes for the top. What do you think about that, Matt?
Huh?
Do you think I should go flaky for the top?
I think you should go.
I'm already flaky, but you think we should go more flaky?
She said it. I didn't say it.
Do you think we should go flaky for the top? I love flakies.
It doesn't
I
matter.
love flakies. Growing up in Canada, I love flakies.
People don't know what flakies are.
If anybody on here from Canada would know what a raspberry flaky is, oh my goodness gracious. Now I'm going to be up all night dreaming about flakies because I talked about flakies.
The raspberry one. I liked them, but the raspberry one was the one.
It was good, wasn't it? It's like puff pastry with raspberry.
Crispy with sugar.
And you can see the difference when you seal and when you don't. So like, for example, I got a message this week and somebody said, can you tell me why I'm getting these spots? And I said, you're missing when you're sealing. So if you have a brush that's not giving you full coverage, and this is why it's nice to put a couple coats down when it comes to even your banana peel polyacrylic. That's because if the first coat misses and you see this like, why am I seeing this sort of different looking paint? It's because you missed it, right? Your brush did not lay it down there. All right, let's go ahead. I am not on here going to buff it off, okay? So I'm putting that on the top right there, and I'm gonna leave it because what's gonna happen is I'm gonna let it dry overnight, and then when I come back on tomorrow, you'll see it. And remember the look that when you do not buff off your monkey shine, and you just go ahead and put this down, I'll say it once again, you get the giant flakes, all right? The giant flakes go everywhere. All right. But we have to go to bed and let it do its thing.
Yes. Don't look at it.
Nope, don't even look at
Don't think about it. Don't even talk to it.
So let's go really super flaky on the top and then do more of a really cool
Everybody's saying
just
flaky.
look on the bottom. I agree. Let's make sure we get it covered. By the way, I always tell you guys when you're painting, don't do this. Okay? Don't do that with your paint strokes. Go long and lean, okay?
Hey.
Yep, if you want to get those little drips, you can.
It's me. I'm the drip boy. Drip collector. That's my job. I'm the drip collector.
Well, if he's going to point him out, he should wake him up, right? It's a tag team effort. All right, straighten up my lines again. And again, I did not wipe off the monkey shine. So therefore, he's going to find some more drips now when he comes out because I just flung some paint. Let's get it nice and low and lean. Ooh, it's going to be good. Get our sides. I'm not looking at the back from this area, but I'm pretty sure I got it for as many swipes as I did over it, right? Well, it'll be more than weathered once it's done. But what's really cool is this yellow will start to peel. And just like, pull it the other way, babe. Just like this is,
You see what?
yes. So the yellow will peel and then all the teal will show, right? So it's just something fun to play with if you want a different sort of flaky look with your, people who say, how do I get a lead paint look without it being lead paint? This looks like one of those peeling windows that you would see, right? So the less you put on and buff it, the more subtle your look is. It's just a different sort of pattern you get, but the peel happens, yeah. So look at this. We'll just let it go ahead and work its magic overnight, okay?
The furniture peel.
Yep.
Junk monkey furniture peel. Not the banana peel. The furniture peel.
Very nice. Are you cleaning the floor?
No.
Matt's down here cleaning
No,
the floor
no,
for me, all right?
not.
You can't hide. You can't hide. It's all out now. Oh, all right. Whoops. So let's let this dry overnight. When you do this technique, don't come behind it. Let it do its own thing. And come down tomorrow morning, and then we'll see this all flake. And it's going to be so good. So I won't touch it until you guys see it again. Sound good? What are you doing now? How hard to wait. I know, right? I'll be down later after I watch a little Netflix and be like, how's she doing down here, right?
Tonight. We gotta be up.
It's going to be good.
Super early.
Hey, Mercedes. Can't wait to see it tomorrow. So I'll show you. Yeah, when this peels back, and then we expose some of the mermaid tail, and then we can distress a little bit more to really kind of bring it together the way we like it. And then we can seal it tomorrow to make a fully finished piece. So down here, I did not put any of the monkey shine on it.
Clean his paws before he comes in.
What's that?
Stanley Cat needs to start cleaning his paws.
Why do you see his paws?
No, you see that how messy that is? That's from him.
Where? What's messy? What are you talking about?
This.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Kitty cat.
Kitty cat's been bad.
Well, you know what? I don't know if you're going to be able to teach the cat how to wipe his paws.
I will teach the cat how to wipe his paws.
Okay, all right. There's a movie I watched. What's it called? Where they taught the cat to use the bathroom.
Meet the Fox.
Yes! Oh, I love that movie.
You like the weirdest movie. I mean, that's a good movie, right? But you like that whole, like...
That's funny stuff, man. Who else loves that show? All right,
Speaking of Daniel, is he inside?
I don't know.
Because
All right,
I'm
friends,
not
I see I missed him on the back as well. So I'm going to just let this do its piece and say its thing. And then we'll see how it works out tomorrow, okay? And you can see it. But if you want to create a one-of-a-kind piece, you just never know where it's going to do its thing, right, Miss Petunia? Add a little more paint. Now I'm starting to get decorative. Add a few.
You must laugh at each other 24/7. Yeah, not when we're getting on each other's last nerve.
Well, you know what we do? We look at each other a lot
Mm-hmm.
and go, "Are we normal?"
Yes. Not that we're not yes. We are normal. We do a lot.
Is this normal?
Yeah, we do a lot of self introspection.
Too funny. Yeah, that's for
Oh
sure.
my God. Daphne says her son is an RN, so I call him Nurse Fokker.
Really?
Remember
Oh,
because
she likes that. Yeah.
because gay his
Yes.
yeah.
Yep. That was it. Oh, that was so good. I'm just adding a little bit and turning this around because sitting down here I wasn't able to see the back of it. But I can't wait to see tomorrow.
I think the cat must be out of the neighbors. Yeah, our cat, he's been cheating on us.
Stanley Cat, yep.
Yes.
He's being, I don't know, it's like he's been adopted by the
Yeah.
neighbors.
Yeah. Like he's hanging out with their 5 cats outside.
And we're looking out the kitchen window going, are
Yeah.
you coming home?
Yeah, usually he would not let anybody get around him. But like them, they're like walking around them, they're petting them. He's at the door. Stanley Cat, I'll tell you what.
He's looking for head scratchings from the neighbors.
Yeah, he might have to get his head scratched permanently if he does that.
So the color we're using is lemonade. And doesn't it look,
Lemonade.
reminds me of the country time lemonade that you take out, you know, the powdered stuff and you mix up.
I have some out there right now.
Do you? I used to drink a lot of Tang as well. Did you drink a lot of Tang, Matt, growing up?
I love Tang.
You do?
They changed the flavor.
They changed the flavor. Well, I wouldn't know. Is it? Do you guys agree with that? Oh, love it. All right. Boy, she's gonna be fine. Let me bring you in close without moving this because this got like this. We got to give it a chance to set up, right? So, can you kind of see it starting to do its thing? She is going, my friends, to chip. All right, she's going to chip. And then we got our legs over here. She's got legs. Sing it, Matt.
Oh, no ZZ Top tonight. My beard is only at a quarter ZZ Top, so I can't do it until my beard is full ZZ top.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll ask you again in another month. All right.
It might be 5-10 years for that stuff, man.
I'm just patting on a little extra of the lemonade that I had in here because you know me, we ain't gonna
You're definitely not.
You ain't a waster.
Yeah, you're definitely not wasting.
No, we don't waste. Not paint, not good paint. Oh, I love that.
You got everybody singing. You got them singing ZZ Top from 1984.
Oh, I love this. This is going to be so good. Now, you know that when you seal it, all this pops. This teal just pops, right? And the orange that's amazing, the crazy eyes. It's going to be good. This is going to be a really cool piece.
Your kitchen turned out wonderfully, Nina said.
Thank you. My countertop is holding up beautifully. Been getting a lot of questions about that. I'm so happy I did it.
Yeah, I had my doubts about the countertop, but the actual countertop.
Yep.
It actually is working. It's been hanging on.
Yep.
For dear life.
And I haven't put on a second coat, which I want it to do yet. So I might have to do that, which will make it even stronger.
I don't know if they're going to get to see this tomorrow because it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
So this technically counts as day 3 and 4.
Oh, okay. All right. We've now spanned the...
Yes.
Nice.
We've done one complete rotation of the Earth, and we've straddled the rotation.
Okay. Again, I'm just letting it do its thing. I'm making the yellow a little more vibrant because, you know, it pulled apart. So I'm letting it like rework itself again. The chips should be bigger because we just made the paint a little thicker by adding another coat. You guys have any paint projects planned this weekend? What are you going to be getting into? Going to the cabin? Do you have any traditions that you do this weekend annually? Do tell. And tomorrow, I should let you know, we'll have an update on the ETA, the estimated arrival time of the glaze. Who's excited to get their hands back with
glaze? Update tomorrow.
Yep. We'll be able to pretty much pinpoint
Bigger,
it to
better,
a day.
Larger.
All right. Oh my goodness. I just love this. Love it, love it, love it. All right. So now...
You got drippies.
Where? Quick. Although I will be distressing, so it's not going to make a big deal.
Mercedes says, finishing a dresser in my office.
Are you? When you paint a piece of furniture,
2 end tables in her master bedroom.
you really feel like you know, it makes me want to work when I set up my workspace and just, whoops.
Does putting another layer of the first affect the chipping?
No. As long as you do it while it's still kind of wet, right? Once it starts to dry, you could definitely, that could be a whole other look because it'll start to harden, right? The more you put on and pack it on. But it's still pulling apart. You see that? Because it's still wet. All right, so I am happy with this. I have used up what is in my bowl. Now I'm just making sure I got all the little pieces. Tell me if I missed any parts. That's Matt's job. He always tells me that. He loves to tell me what I've missed.
You missed it. You missed it.
See, this is going to be so good distressed. Cannot wait.
Inside of the legs, Amy said.
Which one?
I don't know.
Let's see. Let me go under. I need to get back painting in my garage again because I like having my little setup where my furniture is raised up. Do you guys paint with your furniture raised up? It's harder on the floor. Like, hello! It's harder on the floor. It's definitely a workout. All right, I think that's good. I'm gonna let that stay because I don't wanna mess with the chippiness that I'm gonna get. So I think that's good right there. What do you guys think? And then of course, when I distress, we let all the orange, the crazy eyes come through. It's gonna be gorgeous. So stay tuned tomorrow. And I'm just gonna let this air dry, so I'm not gonna force it in any sort of way. Just let it do its thing, and it will do its thing, right? I was sharing with you guys earlier that this is the container from last night. You know, I definitely did not do anything with this. I just came in this morning, and any of the gray goose that was still here fell into it. So that's because...
You were having Grey Goose and you didn't tell me?
The what?
You were having Grey Goose and you didn't tell me?
Yeah.
The
I don't think
vodka?
it's the gray goose you want.
Okay.
No, unless you do. You're more than welcome to help me paint, right? Somebody sees dripping. What are you talking about? Down here?
Yeah.
That could be a look. That could be a thing. All right.
It's okay. When it dries, you can chip.
Yep. This is definitely will be an imperfectly perfect kind of look. But gravity happens, so chase your paint, all right? In front. Let's see here. Don't see any there. I think I just got that when I leaned over there. So we should be good. Yep. Perfect. Okay, we gotta leave it alone. We gotta leave it alone and let it do its thing as much as it is to get carried away. So I used everything that was in my bowl and I got it. And now we'll let it do its thing. We'll be patient, right? My cutting boards, and you know, I have a bunch of those stacked in my microwave, so just grab it if I need to cut anything. And yeah, that's pretty much it, right? So any food cutting, I would definitely encourage you, if you do any decorative painting, use something like whether it's a plastic mat or something like that, right? Oh, good. Okay, cool. So we let this dry, come back tomorrow, and I will show you what it does. All right. And we'll have some fun and finish it off. All right, my friends, signing off. I'll see you guys again tomorrow night, probably a little bit earlier tomorrow night, but tonight is really late. What time is it? Is it almost midnight?
It's already after midnight.
Is it after midnight? Oh my gosh, we're about to turn the pumpkins here.
Midnight. We went into the next day.
I didn't even realize it was that late.
Oh,
Well, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Come back again, and we'll do some more work, and you'll see this piece finished up. And yeah, that'll be exciting for you to see it, because that's the fun part. Gotta be patient. Gotta be patient. All right, see you tomorrow. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.